So the Living Smart in the Macleay Valley Creating Sustainable Communities project was funded by the Environmental Trust, and it was created to give the residents of the Macleay Valley the opportunity to participate in sustainability education. Those sorts of opportunities and workshops, that sort of thing, are quite restricted in rural regional areas. And we formed a partnership with North Coast TAFE, Kempsey Shire Council, the National Parks and Wildlife Service and the local public schools community to deliver the project Living Smart that we picked up in a partnership with Western Australia Living Smart organisation. It was developed over there. It's been a well-researched program running for a number of years, and we delivered it 5 times in the Macleay Valley over 18 months. The thing about Living Smart is it is very participatory, very learner-centred. It was developed to enable people to come together and really think about sustainability issues, talk about them and learn and become more aware, but primarily to engage in behaviour change.
The response to the workshops was fantastic. We fully exceeded our enrolments, and a part of that I think was because we ran it out in community venues, and so it was easily accessible, and people could come after work or after they'd fed the kids and come along and learn about sustainability. Our participants in themselves were wide-ranging. Everybody brought something to each of our workshops. Everybody learnt something from each other, and that was the beauty of it.
I found throughout the series of, I think it was five different courses that I ran, I became more incorporated more goal setting into the evening, and it was very participatory right from the start, so playing games and things to reinforce the information that I had given them. And participants in the evenings always gave me great feedback and seemed to be hungry for as much information as I could give them about what they could do with waste in their area. So that was something I was able to take back to all of the councils in this region and let them know that there's people out there wanting to know more, so we need to work on that education side of things for waste.
So every week people come along and we cover 10 different topics. It's very holistic. Unlike a lot of other community sustainability education programs, it isn't a single issue focus. It has a holistic approach, and each week we would have local guest speakers.
It gave me lots of new ideas for how I live at home and changes I could make around the house that were really easy to make.
I loved the Living Smart course because I actually started building a house probably right about the time when we were doing it. And the whole idea for us to build our house was environmental sustainability. Even though in my career I do that for my career, like from a personal level, I don't do any of it. And so yeah, it was really important for me to learn particularly about energy smart and composting and water use. And so in veggie gardens, I do not have a green thumb. So it was really important for me in that regard.
There were people from all walks of life. Yeah. There were older people, there were younger people, like Bridget was probably the youngest one there, but she was assisting me to maintain my attendance because I had other commitments. And it was really great, the information sharing that happened between those different people. They were all at different stages of their life, so therefore they were all acting in a different way, and that was really important to the whole process.
Connecting with people who had similar passions was really important. Just learning, everyone was sharing, everyone was so happy to share. And I think it's one of those things, you know, from little things, big things grow.
Lots of goal setting, lots of celebrations, lots of positive reinforcement about what you can do. So it's an empowering program, and it enables people to feel able to make a difference.
It's so transferable, and it's what we need. We're always crying poor. Apparently our economy is going really well compared to others in the world, but there's still a lot of people, especially in the Kempsey community, that could probably do with an extra $1,000 a year, and that can just be gained from not wasting food around the home, with the Love Food Hate Waste campaign.
And so all of those things were great from the sense of sharing stories and sharing ideas and sharing methods of being more sustainable in your life and in your community.
Most of the people doing the Living Smart program I didn't know, but it's just extended my range of contacts and acquaintances quite considerably, but they're also like-minded people. So I think the Macleay can only benefit from that group of people, because it will have a domino effect. I think everyone will walk away from it and they'll talk to their own friends and networks.
So a really exciting outcome of having this funding to run this project 5 times over nearly 2 years is that it's really strengthened agency partnerships and relationships in the valley, and from that a whole lot of other initiatives have emerged in response to really strong community interest. So there's a whole lot of energy and activity in the Macleay Valley now around sustainability issues, and the community have a real desire for it. They're always saying to me, when's the next event, what are we doing next? So I just think it really demonstrates the importance of a program like this and how important it is, particularly in the Macleay Valley.
The partnership was so easy. I think I'd like to say, I think everyone involved was really easy to get along with, because everyone was passionate about what Living Smart was and what it is and what it will continue to be. The partnership between TAFE, ourselves, the National Parks and Wildlife, it was just easy.
Because it's fun. It's fun. You had fun. I think we all had fun doing it. I think we had fun sharing our afternoon tea or supper that we'd have at the end of the night. People would bring things. That was fun because you got to talk about the different ideas. It was fun when you got to go and put up your ideas on the board. And even at the beginning of the night when we did the who's achieved what this week, there were some fun little things that people had achieved. I think it's important to participate because it shows you're interested in your community.
Yeah, I think Living Smart, it encompasses all the other things in your household that to do with waste. So it's not just food waste, it's wasting of your energy, wasting of your water, wasting of your time. A lot of these things can just be done in a much more efficient manner, and we sort of lose that understanding of how people used to work efficiently because they had to back in the old days. So instead of nanotechnology, you go for nanotechnology. Talk to your nana, talk to your grandparents about how they used to preserve their foods or wash their own clothes whilst having a shower.
I'm just glad there are a lot of people out there that are willing to look around that idea and think, hey, there's something else now, we need to do something different. So that's the importance of Living Smart for me.
So a really exciting outcome of having this funding to run this project 5 times over nearly 2 years is that it's really strengthened agency partnerships and relationships in the valley, and from that a whole lot of other initiatives have emerged in response to really strong community interests. So we've been running film and food nights, showing sustainability films, having swap tables, sharing food, having cooking demonstrations. One of the Living Smart course in their community started a community garden at their local primary school. We've been running permaculture and food growing courses. One of the strongest themes to emerge from the participants is their interest in local food and growing local food and sharing food.
Just I think it's an environmentally responsible thing to do. I mean, I like to sort of look at it as you can do it from an environmental responsibility point of view, which is a great thing, but if people don't get that message, then economically it's a smart thing to do, because our water prices are going to increase astronomically, gas prices, electricity prices, and if you've got a large family and you want to save money, then it's an economically smart to do, and the upside of that is how you're also achieving environmental benefit as well.
The other thing about Living Smart that's been fantastic is it brings a whole lot of like-minded people into the room, and people constantly expressed during the 18 months how relieved they were to find each other, and how fantastic it was to come together and be able to talk about these issues that people really care about, and they now feel empowered to take action and do something about for themselves but also for their community.
That was awesome to get to know people that were like-minded, and it was great because you made new friends and networks that then you could go there and just talk about things that were important, whereas sometimes around the community you find that it's a little hard to find those people that are happy to talk about it and not think you're a hippie or a greenie.